here at times. It's not always pleasing, but how do you see the Wallabies at the moment?
No, I mean, I can talk about tonight. They were amazing tonight. They played really well. I thought they took every opportunity that they created, where I felt we created a lot of opportunities, especially in the first half. We parked in the 22 and didn't take our opportunities. And they're a great side, all the teams go through ups and downs. We had our ups and downs, and in a tier one nation like this, they'll always find a way to come back. And I think the top 10 in all rugby is in contention, for going forward.
You talk about those opportunities, and then just an instant reflection. Was it just a case of just not being clinical enough? Was it just that the defence and the Wallabies were just to kind of slugging? What do you come back down to?
No, I think of both. I think of both. I'm going to have to look at the game and see, obviously afterwards. But I thought, we could have been a little bit more clinical. But the defence was good at time one, getting a steal, in the 22. So we'll have a good look afterwards.
Jacques, just on those opportunities, it's something you've addressed a lot over the last year. Just from your perspective, you must have been happy with the way you built back into the game after going 10 points to 0 down early. But how frustrating is that inability to convert?
Yeah, Matt, you spot on. I think if you look at the last test against Wales, there was 3 times they do over the try line, and it was disallowed. Against New Zealand, the last test match, we were over the try line 3 or 4 times, and it was disallowed. And tonight, I thought we were over the try line a couple of times, or close, or 5 meters or 2 meters from the try line, and it was, and we didn't score. And again, I think it's 50-50. Hats off to Australia. I thought their defense was good, and we didn't capitalize. So it's frustrating, but like Sia say, I think we're all emotional now, so we'll have to have a good look and see why. But yes, we camped down in there 22 the back end of the first half, and we just didn't get any conversion of points.
You ended the game with superior territory and possession, and a very dominant set piece. So something to build on surely for next week as well.
Yeah, I think I said it now in the change room. That's the beauty of rugby. You've got 7 days, and then you get another opportunity. So for us, it's take our lessons and have a good look at the game, and then change a couple of things if we have to, and then it's up to the next week.
Yellow card.
Yes, I'm going to try and stay clear of that, but look, it is what it is. The referees made a decision, and we got to live by it.
Yes, that's been kind of important.
Yeah. No, I think the yellow card obviously came at a time, especially I thought they capitalized nicely on it. So it was a tough one when you lose a 9, especially on defense.
Sorry, Jacques, why are you trying to stay clear of it?
We don't.
We don't comment on the ref decision. That's his job. We worry about what we can control.
Yeah, I think defensively, looking back at it, I think I could have controlled it better. We could have controlled it better. I don't think we control. Sorry, ma'am. I was thinking you were asking about the decision from the referee's point of view. So that I'm staying clear of. But listen, the handling of it, I thought we handled it. Not staying clear, but I agree with it. If it's a penalty, if it's a yellow card, it's a yellow card. I just thought we could have handled it better. And when I say we, I mean us as a team, coach and player.
Jacques, the Marika tackle, how significant a moment do you feel that might have been as well? And what do you make of his performance overall?
Oh yes, he's a quality rugby player, and I thought that almost showed, I would say, the desperation of not just his. There was a couple of them, the desperation tackles on their try line, and that's why I say a lot of credit has to go to the Wallabies in terms of how they defended. They really put their bodies on the line.
You spoke in the lead up about how tough it is to win here. The record shows that as well. I mean, you walk away today wondering why that is, or were there any closer to an answer as to why it's so hard to win?
Yeah, I think we got some answers today. Obviously, we Yeah, from our perspective. And the key thing is now to put those answers that we got into momentum for next week.
Yeah, there's again signs in this game of little bits of evolutions and balls out the back, a willingness to play, but handling errors really cost you momentum. Does that mean you carry on going in this direction?
Yeah, no, nothing had changed now, obviously, in our game plan. We had opportunities that we went for. And, Jacques always says, if you make a knock on, you don't do it intentionally. So we're always going to go for the opportunities. We play a kicking game so we can get to those positions where we can allow the guys to show what they're made of, and so they can use their circus act. And today, those last passes obviously didn't go into hand. Hopefully next week they'll stick.
Just your comment on the set piece here and the dominance that you actually managed to achieve there for big periods.
Yeah, no, it was good, but it didn't, you can always get better, if we're in the 5-meter line, we want to make sure that we can go over the try line, that's how we look at it. And obviously, yeah, especially when I think they got one back on the try line. So we've got to make sure it's constant the whole time, and it's something that we pride ourselves in. And that's why they went into this in the 6-2 split as well. So looking forward to next week. It's going to be a big battle again.
Guys, can we just take some questions from our local media as well, please? Nathan, you can ask your question.
Thank you, Zina. I just got 2 questions, if I may. If not, I'll just go with the one. Sia, you surpassed John de Villiers with the 2nd most caps as box captain. Since your first one in 2018, can you just talk us through the challenges and the good moments you faced as a captain thus far?
Honestly, being captain in this Springbok team, in this environment that's been set out since 2018, we always see it as it's a cap, it's a jacket that you put in the door when you walk in, because we have every single player is a leader in our team. We've got a strategy that everybody takes charge, and my job is to make sure that I talk to the ref, and the most important thing is to make sure that I play I play well. That's the most important thing. And just being a Springbok rugby player is an honor for me. There's nothing greater than that for us in South Africa. And yeah, I'm just grateful that I have an amazing coaching team that look after me and my teammates too. We believe in shared leadership. Yeah, and there's been great moments, obviously, that everybody knows. But yeah, for now, the focus is on next week on Australia.
Jan de Koning.
Thank you, Zina. Thank you, Sia. Thank you, Jacques. Jacques, Sia can also answer this, but we heard again today you talk about the opportunities against Wales, opportunities against New Zealand, opportunities tonight or today. And then also when you go a man up, you seem to lose momentum. It happened against New Zealand at a crucial stage, and today again, it happened at a crucial stage. What is the reason for that? I mean, that's the game costing. I mean, you can see the entire momentum shift. Is it game management? What is the problem there?
To be honest, we probably will have to have a look at it. I'm not sure. Maybe a little bit naive tactics from our side. I'm honestly, last week I can say when New Zealand went to 14 men, I thought we were a little bit naive in terms of how we handled that. And when I say we, I mean coaches, I mean players. It's not the players. I thought we were a little bit naive there in terms of how we closed out that last 7 games, last 7 minutes. Maybe could have kept the ball in hand a little bit more. But we spoke about that, and we addressed it. And again, I'm saying it's not a player thing. It's us. I felt we could have been more clinical and clear with messages coming from up top. But tonight, I'm not sure. We will have to. I'll have to have a good look at it. But you're right. When we went down to 14 men, I really thought they put us under nice pressure. But when they were 14 men, we struggled to get the ball into the space where that winger was, So, yeah.
Dylan?
Thank you, Zina. Just a question for Jacques, please. Jacques, another worrying trend that seems to emerge is the teams sort of starting games a bit sluggishly. Did the same against New Zealand at Ellis Park, and I think in the first test against Wales. What do you put that down to?
Yes, no, I can't put my finger on that. I mean, I don't think you can control a good start, but you can because I mean, they restart the game. We expected the ball to come down in the middle. They won that turnover, and from there on, they put pressure on us and they scored. You know, so you can't plan for a good start. I mean, but you can plan to bring intensity. So yeah, no, I don't know why that happened, to be honest.
Hendrik?
Hello, Jacques. Hello, Sia.
Hendrik?
Jacques, what frustrated you more? Some shocking calls by Paul Williams or the below par performances of some of your players?
No, listen, we have to, Hendrik, we can only look at ourselves. We can't control anything other than what we can control. And yeah, so we will only look at ourselves.
Guys, we'll just take a few more questions before we bring in the players. Mubin?
Hi, Zina. Thanks. Hi, Sia. Hi, Jacques. Jacques, just three key problems at the moment. Dylan spoke about the poor starts. Could you touch on the defense at the moment, Jacques? We're leaking lots of tries at the moment. I know that's your department. Is there a specific reason why? Is it the defensive system or is it individual? And then also, Sia, I have asked you this before and I'm going to ask you again. It seems that whenever you guys are in the ascendancy and you have momentum, you seem to turn down the 3 points or take the points now for polls. Why is that? Surely we have to build up, scoreboard pressure. So yeah.
Okay. I think we did go for polls today. We went for polls opportunities, and obviously we missed a couple, and then and then we went for touch. You know, obviously the score got a bit bigger, and then we also were close to the touchline, and we thought our maul was working, and we got, I think, 3 or 4 penalties in the set piece. So we went for set piece because it was working at the time.
Yeah, in terms of the defense, I agree. And yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe, yeah, I'm not sure why we leaked tries today. The first one was from a turnover, where we struggled to get control back. The second one, I think, was when we were 14 men, and I thought the attack to the side, where we obviously didn't have, so we had to use our winger as a 9, take somebody over, so we exposed the one side where there was less numbers, and they did well to attack there. And the last try, yes, we knew it was coming. The inside ball close to the ruck, we've trained it numerous times during the week, and it was just an error by a player.
Guys, I know we're running out of time and we've got the players coming out soon. So what I'm going to do, because I see Boo, Nathan, you probably want some, and Kaniso, you probably want some isiXhosa, and there's Afrikaans needed from Jacques. So guys, can I just ask you just to wrap up your thoughts on the game in isiXhosa and in Afrikaans, please, for our local media?
Ja, in Afrikaans sal ek eers die frustrerende ding vir ons is die hoeveelheid geleenthede wat ons gecreëerd het in die eerste helfte en waar ons geen punte voor gekry het nie. En dit is in die laaste 3 of 4 games is dit 'n ding wat meer en meer sy kop uitsteek en dis iets wat ons hard aan werk, jy weet, om daai geleenthede te gebruik wanneer ons in die oppositie 22 inkom. Ek dink vandag was ons 13 keer in hulle 22. Ek is nie 100% seker, dit kan dalk een meer of een minder wees. En ons het nie punte daarvoor gekry nie. So dis die frustrasie. En dan ook, hulle het in ons 22 gekom van 'n verdedigingsoogpunt af. En dan, hulle was daar vir nie eers vir 'n minuut of 2 nie, en dan kry hulle punte. So ja, dis die frustrasie van vandag. Maar die belangrike ding vir ons is, ons sal 'n goeie review doen op die wedstryd. En ons, dis die, kan ek maar sê, die lekker ding van rugby, ons het binne 7 dae nog 'n kans. En ons sal 100% fokus om te kyk of ons nie dit kan omdraai Saterdag nie.
But yes, I think imesiyeke ngokwethu si create amathuba amaninzi owokusihleli kubo emgceni khasiwathathe amathuba ethu and bona bawathathile amathuba awafumeneyo and ebemambalwa but bawathathe onke and kuzonyanzeleka le veki zayo make sure siyawathatha la mathuba and yeah so sawujonga sizi-players ba singalungisa phi naxa befumene i-yellow card funeka kunyanzeleka siphakamise umgangatho ukuthi uye ahle kancinci bona bayithathile le advantage ngoba sine-yellow card ukuthi sabukela imatch and sibone ukuthi funeka silungise phi kule veki zayo.
Cool. Guys, we've got our players coming in now. So thanks to Jacques and Sia. That wraps up that section and we'll bring in Lucanio and Kwagana. Thank you.
Thank you.